What's going on, y'all? Hey, we back. Hey, I'm still working on learning how to use this whole program, StreamYard, and I just learned something new. I'm pulling in some videos from TikTok, and we're gonna be going through listening to some people's car payments right quick. And oh, hold on now. What's going on here? First off, let me get that volume off. Same for this one. It did not come up. My bad, my bad. I'm trying to learn some stuff here. There we go. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, so basically, I want to do a couple reaction videos, or I want to start doing reaction videos. So what I did is I went through TikTok and I pulled out some videos of what people pay for their car payment. Hold on, I got some comments. Oh, what's going on? Hey, thank you for joining in. Hey, no problem about missing yesterday. I'm gonna try and be here every day. I'm trying to get better with this program. I'm trying to get better with my communication skills and moving through the things that I want to be able to show and share. So what I did is I went through and I picked up uh, some information off of, like I said, off of TikTok, and it's people sharing how much they pay for car payments. I also have a couple other videos. Hey, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be here live every day. I hope. Well, just try and catch anyone that you can. Anyone that you can. This is gonna be a. I'm trying to find a way to be consistent, and I would like to actually go earlier than this, but this is the time that works best for me so that I can do my research or come up with an idea. Because I'm not gonna lie, coming up with a different idea every day or trying to find a way to be, just basically trying to find a way to show up every single day. I know I could just talk for an hour, but it'll be better if I can come with a already formed idea before I get here. So today, I am dealing a lot with my finances and getting my finances in order, and I uh been working towards debt free. I still have some debt, my house being the one that I'm worried about the most, but everything else is April 2nd of this year was when I got all my consumer debt out the way. So one thing, I've been about car note debt free for about 2 years now, and removing my car note from my life has helped me out in so many ways. One, having a car note and then having to do maintenance on a car, those two things do not go well together. But if you don't have a car note, it makes it a little bit easier to make the maintenance on your car. Same thing I feel like with a mortgage. We'll talk about that one at some point too. But a mortgage, even though I feel like my mortgage might be lower than rent, it's still trying to keep up with all the maintenance that you have to do on your mortgage, but or on your home, I should say. But we'll talk about that. But what I wanted to talk about was car payments today. And I am noticing that people are starting to get comfortable with some very, very high car payments. When my car payment got up to about $500, that was a big deal to me. My first car that I ever bought, uh, it was a 1996 Pontiac Grand Am, and I had no credit. I had no one in my life who had good credit, so no one could co-sign for me. Anybody who tried to co-sign for me actually made the situation worse for me. So what ended up happening is I learned the hard way. My first car note, like I said, it was a Pontiac Grand Am 1996. I bought it in 1998, so I bought it used. I got a 18% interest rate. That killed me. That made my car note $350 a month. Now, that don't sound bad in today's time, but this was 1998. So think about how long ago that was. $350 a month. And then I had insurance, and the insurance came out to be $150 a month. So I was paying $500 a month for a car. Now, at that time, I was not making much money. I was spending the majority of my money on a car. So here we are all these years later, and I finally figured out I'm not ever going to carry another car note. I will do my best to always pay cash for a car from this point forward, even if it's a $2,000 to $6,000 vehicle. I will do my best to drive whatever I can and just move up a little bit every time I can upgrade, but I will not go back into another car note, even a new car. I just won't do it. I feel like you lose too much money on them. So anyway, what I want to do is I want to go through and see what some people are saying they pay for car notes. And then I want you to tell me if you think it's high. If you want to say how much you pay for a car note, if you have a car note, feel free to drop a comment. But I want to see if other people think that these numbers are high, because the people who are in these videos, they say these car notes like it don't bother them at all. And that's just hard for me. Let's get into this first video right quick and let me know what you think. And listen to how many months they say they're comfortable. This has to be a joke. No one can be paying for a car longer than a house. Cars don't last that long. But let's listen to this first person right quick.
Nate got the Toyota Camry 2020 with the red interior. Miss Nate, how much did you put down?
$0 down.
How much was your monthly payment?
$5.99.
For how long?
$427.
Take a look.
Hey, now let's talk about that. She says she's paying $5.99 and for 427 months. That's ridiculous. Even a house note is 300 months. Ain't that right? It's 300 months for a house note, 30 years. Yeah, I think that's right. So she's gonna be paying on that car at $5.99. That had to be weeks. It had to be weeks. Goodness, that had to be weeks. But I could not see paying that. Here we go with the next one.
Ashley and Chris came out and got the
Now they put $2,500 down.
Cherokee. They sold their soul for the car.
Oh, that's horrible.
How much did you guys put down? $2,500. How much was your monthly payment?
$799.
$799. How long are y'all financing for? For life.
Hey, okay, so hold on. Yet again, $2,500 down, $799 a month. That payment is just ridiculous to me. $790, that's $800 a month. I don't even know why they said $799. Even at, I need a calculator. Even at, if we just did 60 months, oh, let's do 72, because 72. Let's do 60 months, 5 years. 60 times 800 equals $48,000 is what they're paying for that vehicle. Now it is a SRT Cherokee, so I could see if they were paying for that for 5 years, that would be $48,000. Let's do that again and see what happens in 72 months. 72 times 800, 57,000. I'm thinking they're probably more at that. I would assume that they're at the 72 month mark, because that seems like more like what that vehicle will be worth to me. But for some reason, when they put that for life on there, I kind of believe it. All right, so this next young man, he has the right attitude, but he already made the wrong choice. But let's hear what he has to say.
Getting a car note, and it's not even because I might not have the money to pay my payment or something like that. I really just regret getting one because it's just very inconvenient and it be in the way. Like,
that's a fact.
It's just really an unnecessary bill, and it really showed me that when you get a car note, it's because you want something nice and you can't afford it. And, you know, leasing and credit and stuff like that, it makes a way so you can get things that you want that you can't afford. But it's like, like, them payments be in a way. It most definitely be in a way. And especially at my age, because there's so much I want to do. If, I ain't gonna lie, if I could today, I would love to come pick that car up and I would go save my money and go buy me another car. Just because it just be in a way, for real. And this is really for the people that's thinking about getting one. It's not for people that already have one. I mean, yeah, use the comments to, like, speak your truth, but come on now, be respectful.
Hey, I agree with him. When I was growing up, payments, anything that you have to make payments on, it always be in the way, because I feel like when you make payments on something, it ends up sucking the majority of your money out of your pocket. So if you ever want to do anything else, it always seems like there's some kind of inconvenience, because the amount of money that you see enter into your account as soon as bills, especially credit, starts to come out, let's just say debt, as soon as they start to come out, they just seem like they eat up everything. So I feel like the best way to get the most out of your money is not to be giving interest to anybody else. That 18% interest that I was paying on my first car, that means basically I was paying more towards interest than I was towards the car. It took me forever to get that car paid off. Matter of fact, I didn't pay it off. I ended up selling it. And that's how I got out from underneath it. But that thing would have just took me forever. Now, before I sold it, I did refinance it and got it to a lower interest rate once I went through a credit union. Now I want to say that was my first car when I joined the military, and it was something about having something when you come from nothing that makes you want to go out and just blow all your money. Yeah. I can hear you, or I can read your comments anyway. Is something going on with my audio? I can't tell. Let's go to this next one.
How much are your car payments?
On my Cadillac 850, on my Hyundai 475.
That's a lot. 850
Cliff,
and
how much is your car
475.
payment?
1,030.
Is that one car or two
1,030
cars?
for one. All right, I'll be here.
Nice. Diamond, how much is your car payment?
I paid $500 a month.
Nice. Hey, Brandon, how much is your car payment?
Like 650.
650.
Hey, Valor, how much is your car payment?
650.
Lying at it.
Mark, how much
And
is
he
your car
driving a
payment?
Corvette.
$0. That's it, bro.
Hey, that's why. Zero. He ain't got no car payment, he's saying.
Devontae, how much is your car payment?
800 a month.
800. That's high.
Hey, Ruben, how much is your car payment?
800.
800. Everybody seems like they just okay with that
Adrian,
too. That hurt
what
me
is your
just
car
thinking about
payment?
it.
665.
Nice.
Yeah, almost 700. Well, that's one of them. The other one is 765.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mario, how much is your car payment?
My car payment is $561.
Nice. Randall, how much is your car payment?
Shit, I don't have a car payment.
You say he ain't
I don't
got
have
one.
a car payment. Oh,
Why?
my Santa
That's
Fe.
smart.
$325.
Oh, he had to think about it. You got a Santa Fe.
Trey, how much is your car payment on the Viper?
Like $400.
Cap.
400. Hey, so let's check this out right quick. I got something I want to share. They said, oh, I guess I brought it in. Let's go to my banners right quick. So they said that the average car payment in the United States for a new vehicle is $734 a month. That's the average car payment for a new vehicle, $734 a month. And then for a used vehicle, the average car payment for a used vehicle is $525 a month. And that's with the average person making $59,428 a month. So, boy, you got to think about it. With these car payments, if you're doing 5 years, 6 years, we just sat here and said that that's $60,000 pretty much for $800 car payment for 72 months. And they're saying that the average person only makes $59,000. So that is 100% of your salary. That vehicle is worth 100% of your 1 year salary. Let's keep it moving. That was a good one, though. So here we go. Let's put up the average car payment for a new car.
So I drive a Mercedes, GLA 250, and I pay $715 a month.
Okay.
$715. So she's right at the
What
average.
do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a Ford Fusion, and I pay $500 a month.
A Ford Fusion.
Hey Josh.
Seems like
What
that
car
might
do
be
you drive
used.
And how much do you pay a month?
I actually ride a bike, and it's a
Period.
2024 Yamaha R1, and I pay $190 a month.
What's your monthly payment?
It's not bad.
Mercedes-Benz, I pay $525 a month.
What car do you drive and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a 2012 Toyota Camry, and I don't make a payment.
Oh, period.
You don't have a payment. It's a 2012. You
What
shouldn't
car
have a
do you
payment.
drive, and how much do you pay a month?
I drive a Volvo S60, and I pay $512 a month.
That's a used
what
car.
do you drive,
$525.
And how much do you pay a month?
I got a Toyota Camry. I pay about $550.
Okay.
$550. Probably
What
got
car
a used car as
do you
well.
drive, and how much do you pay a month?
So I drive the best car in the world, a 2018 Jeep Compass, and I pay $450 a month.
Okay.
450. That's pretty good. It's low.
So I want to know, what car do you currently drive, and how much is your monthly payment?
So I drive a 2018 Honda Accord, and thankfully my car is paid off.
Oh,
All right. Hey, that's a good way to be. All right. So you could tell now I'm starting to know by looking at what the car payments are for a new car and a used car, starting to be able to tell that used cars, when somebody says they're in the $500 range or lower, unless they made a nice little down payment, but most of them seem to be used cars. And then when they hit that 700, it sounds like, but I just don't see how you could be okay with saying $800 a month. That just hurt my heart hearing stuff like that. I don't understand. Now, this next one's going to be a little different because this is saying what the highest payment the dealerships have seen. This is going to blow your mind because some people are paying $2,100, $3,000. I don't know what kind of cars they have, but boy, that's high. All right, I'll be here. I appreciate you tuning in. All right, let's check this one out.
Highest payment you've ever seen?
$1,784.
$1,784.
What's the highest payment you've ever seen?
Oh, $2,100.
Goodness gracious.
What's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
It was $1,958.
Jesus. Leslie, what's the highest payment you've seen?
$1,400.
Hey guys, what's the highest payment
$1,400.
y'all have ever seen?
$2,435.
$2,435, yeah. That's ridiculous.
Jesus.
$3,200
Bailey,
Yes.
what's the highest car payment
for a
you've
car
seen?
payment.
I wouldn't have a clue because I'm the marketing manager.
Patrick,
Third,
what's the highest payment you've seen?
highest payment I've seen, probably like $1,800-$1,900.
That's a lot, y'all. What kind of car you
What's
think?
the highest car payment you've ever seen?
$2,500, and you can be next.
Hey, so what kind of car do you think somebody's getting into for $3,500? What kind of car is somebody getting into for $3,500? That's ridiculous. I don't care what kind of car it is. I will not be paying. Like, to me, that sounds like a mobile home. Literally. Hey, that's more. $3,500 is almost triple my mortgage. That's ridiculous for a car. I'm saying, is that like Bentley? What car? $3,500 a month, and like, is that somebody who wants to pay their car off in 3 years, 36 months? Because I don't see. Is it somebody who got bad credit? How do you get a $3,600 a month car? What car? Let me see what cars. What cars? What car equals $3,500 a month payment? I gotta put that comment in the wrong place now, didn't I? Here we go. Let's see. I want to see if anything will show up of a car that you can make that kind of pay. Like, hold on. I could do the math on that. Let's do it that way. Let's do the math and see what car comes in. We're going to say for 5 years. So $3,500. Let's do 5 years. I think most people these days are doing 60 months. Probably more than that, though. That's $210,000. What car costs $210,000? Because I don't know. I can't say that I've seen a car that costs that, but I know they're out there. But those seem like exotic cars or foreign cars. You got to be getting like a maybe a Maserati or something like that. Maybe you in the upper ends of Land Rovers and stuff like that. You got to be. Hey, one person on here said they got a PT Cruiser and they paying $700 a month for it. Hey, let's keep it moving. Hey, welcome back. Thank you.
I drive a 2018 Ford Mustang GT, and my car payment's $597 a month.
Hey, Steve,
$597. It's used.
2022 Ram 1500.
And what's your car payment?
1,027.
Dang.
Hey, David, what do you drive? And what's
That's
your car
almost my
payment?
mortgage.
I drive a 2017 Acura MDX, and my car payment is I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing that, but it's $564.
That's not too bad.
Hey, Juan, what do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2015 Subaru Forester, and my payment is $390 a month.
$390. You
Hey,
know that's a
Kalani,
used
what do you
vehicle.
drive and what's your car payment?
2007 Ford Mustang, and it's paid off.
It's paid off.
Hey,
That's
Norris,
good.
what do you drive and what's your car payment?
Dodge Ram 1500 and Mercedes.
What are the payments?
On both cars?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Hey,
See,
Jennifer,
smart
what do you
man. Both
drive
cars
and what's
paid
your
off.
car payment?
A 2022 Mazda CX-5, and it's $635.
Hey, Ryan, what do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2023 Mazda CX-30, and
That's
I
almost
pay
new.
$527 a month.
Wow, that's pretty low
Hey, Ariel,
for a
what do
brand
you
new
drive
car
and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2020 Toyota 86.
in comparison
and
to
I
the
don't
700.
have a car.
She's smart. All right, so that one wasn't too bad. Everybody except for the one that was $1,000. That to me, that's a lot, y'all. I don't understand how people can be okay with paying that much for a car. Like, it would just be hard for me to scrape that kind of money together. Oh my goodness, that would hurt. That would hurt. I can't see it. I cannot see it. I'm sorry. All right, let's keep it moving.
2016 Porsche Cayman, and I don't have a payment.
Hey Lee, what car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2004 PT Cruiser. My payment is $699 a month.
He said a
Can you
PT
tell me
Cruiser
what car
is
do you
$699
drive
a
and what's your
month.
car payment?
A PT Cruiser.
2016 Tesla Model S, and I'm paying right around $650.
All right, hold on
Hey
now.
Lanier, what car
He
do you
just
drive
said
and what's your car payment?
he just said he had a 2016 Tesla Model S.
$500 a month.
Hey Lo, what car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, and my car payment is...
That's a Rubicon.
Hey Bessie,
He paying
what
a
car do you
grand
drive
for a
and what's your
Rubicon.
car payment?
I drive a 1999 Toyota Corolla, and my car payment is $0, and I love it.
99 Corolla. That boy gonna
Hey,
keep
Brad,
on
what
running.
car do you drive and what are your car payments?
Well, I'm a car enthusiast. I drive several cars, and I can't say what the payments are. But I have a 24 Hummer,
24 Hummer,
23 Defender V8,
23 Land Rover,
a 23 Audi.
a 23 Audi. All cars in the past year.
Hey,
Of
Ronnie,
course
what
you ain't gonna say
car do
the
you drive and
payments.
what's
You
your car
paying on
payment?
all them.
I drive a Nissan Altima. My payment's $850 a month.
Nissan Altima
Hey,
at
Michael,
$850 a
what
month.
car do you drive and what's your car payment?
$850 for a Nissan Altima. Goodness.
Hey Patrick, what car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I don't have one. I have a motorcycle.
Hey Trey, what car do you drive and what's your car payment?
I drive a 2015 Corvette, and I don't have a car payment.
All right, no car payment. Hey, that Nissan Altima, a Nissan Altima at $850 a month. Hopefully he's doing 36 months. Hopefully he's doing 36 months. Do I have a calculator on my iPad? I need to have a calculator sitting on his desk because I tell you, we're going to be crunching some numbers. Oh, I got to get better at this. That's a lot. $850 for a Nissan Altima a month. $850. That's a lot. Goodness gracious. Hey, this makes me so not ever want to go and buy a new car. I do not like the way it feels to have a car payment. It just ain't gonna work for me. Let's keep it moving. I got quite a few up. We almost done with them. I done been through them quick. Let's go to this one right here. See what they talking about.
Car payment. I drive a 2020 Corolla and I pay $300.
That's not bad.
What do you drive?
2020 Corolla,
I drive
$300
a
a month.
2022 Toyota Tundra. I pay $625 a month.
What do you drive and what's your car payment?
I got a 2024 Grand Highlander. I pay $1,200 a month.
$1,200 a
drive and
month.
what's your
That's
payment?
almost as much as mine.
I have a 22 4Runner
Whew.
TRD off-road with no car payment. I paid cash.
Good job.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
The 2024 Toyota Limited 4Runner, and I pay.
That's 2024. That's brand new.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I drive a Mercedes and I have no payment because my parents bought me my first
Hey,
car.
good job. Good job.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
Parents pulling through for him.
2023 TRD Camry is paid off.
Good
What are you
job.
driving? What's your payment?
Crown, Toyota Crown Platinum. It's $590.
$590.
What are you driving? What's your payment?
I drive a TRD Camry. Payment is $550 a month.
All right. See, this is what's crazy. Oh, that was a Nissan Altima, not a Camry. Hey, these numbers high, y'all. These numbers are high. I would get anxiety just from thinking about making those payments every single month. Am I the only person who think that way? It seemed like they just saying this so easy, like $700, $800 a month. That would just hurt my heart. I kid you not. Like I do not like the thought of making payments anymore. I am so getting away from that. We're going to go into a couple more of these. Matter of fact, let me clean some of these out right quick so I can pull in some other videos because, well, actually, let's watch this last one first. Because it only let me pull in 10 videos at a time. I just learned that.
$700 and I drive a CLA.
Okay. All right, Chris, what's your car payment and what do you drive?
Why he ain't got no keyboard?
And I drive a Samurai Spider.
Okay. What's your car payment, Walter?
$371.
Whoa, and what do you
That's
drive?
not bad.
Toyota Tacoma.
Nice.
Okay, you got a truck.
Hey, Danny, what's your car payment and what do you drive?
I drive a Mercedes-Benz SL, and I pay $1,200 a month for it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Goodness gracious, $1,200 a month to drive a
What do you
Mercedes.
I don't drive. I'm a passenger.
She says she don't drive. She a passenger princess.
Evan, what's your car payment and what do you drive?
EQE, $400.
Ooh,
$400.
For the low. Hey, Kevin, what's your car payment and what do you drive?
I have EQE 350.
I don't even know what an EQE is. I need to look that up.
$600.
$600. One was riding the
Christian, what's your
EQE at
car
4
payment
and the
and
other was
what do you
riding the
drive?
6.
$300. A Nissan Versa.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Andy, what's your car payment and what do you drive?
I have a few cars, and I don't pay the payment.
Paid them off.
Yeah.
He paid them off and he
Hey,
got a
Diego,
few
what's your
cars.
car
Smart
payment
man.
and what
I
do you
still don't like
drive?
the maintenance.
I drive a Honda Accord, like $450 a month.
Honda Accord, $450 a month. All right, so I think those numbers have all been pretty high. I mean, some of them were low. Anything under 500. I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I get a itch anytime it's over $500. And my last car payment, because I mean the vehicle that I have now, it's a 2016 Honda Odyssey, and I paid $560 a month for it, but I paid it off. I want to say 2 years early, either a year or two. I can't remember, but I was on a debt-free journey, and I just did the Dave Ramsey snowball, and it worked, and it helped me get out of debt pretty quickly. My van was one of the first things that I got out of debt on. And I am very much happy that I don't have a car payment now. Now, one reason why I'm happy that I don't have a car payment is because I still take my vehicle to the dealership and they do all the maintenance for me, everything. But what I've noticed is now that my vehicle is getting into the older years, I'm going in for my 8-year service here soon. My next service is going to be $1,900. That's going to get the belts changed. It's going to get a tune-up, all that good stuff. It's the 100,000. It's 8-year or 100,000 mile service. Now I don't have 100,000 miles on my vehicle. I'm only at 70, but it's still, my vehicle's 8 years old, so I have to get that maintenance done. And that's what I think a lot of people don't pay attention to. When you buy a used car, you're already close to the 8 and 10 year service mark, and you still have to make payments. And a lot of times with new car or with used cars, they don't come with the warranty. When you don't have a warranty, anything that happens while you're operating this car, you're still responsible for it. And if you have that high payment, like in the beginning, those first videos where they were like for life or for 400 months, you will not make any progress on your payments, and you will not have the money to get the maintenance done. Those things are going to be, I don't know. I just can't see it. I'm sorry. Let's clear some of these out right quick. I'm going to clear some of these out and remove them from the studio because I got some other ones, but these next ones are more people giving advice, and we'll talk about whether it's good advice or bad advice once we see what their advice is. But I know one of the person, his name is Caleb Hammer. He's a person who helps people with finances on YouTube, and I've been paying a lot of attention. Well, not here lately. I stopped watching him once I no longer needed his information. Once I got to the point where I was debt free, I no longer watched that kind of content because it was entertaining to see how other people were helping get through stuff. But now that I'm on the other side of debt, now I'm looking at the next process of life, which is the investing in more financial literacy. So for me, investing is important, but I didn't have anything to invest before because all my money was leaving out due to debt, payments, interest. Now I am taking the money that I captured back from just giving it away, because you don't realize how much money you're losing until you see how much interest is coming out and how much they're getting just for loaning you money. I got all that money back once I got debt free, and then I started looking to invest it in the stock market, which I'm just now getting into that. We will talk about that in one of these live streams, but not today. I was not prepared for that. Let's move on and find another video. I got a couple more. I'm going to show Caleb Hammer. This is one of his videos right here. It's going to take a minute probably for it to pop up, but here we go.
2024 Equinox.
You have a 2024 car. Oh no, it's $40,000. But
see, $40,000 for 2024.
I need to lube my throat to swallow all this.
$96.14 is what he's paying a month. At 9% interest.
$696.14 is your minimum monthly payment. That's an insane minimum monthly payment. That is more. That's $200 more than your rent. That's ridiculous. That is the most American thing I've ever seen in my life. Interest rate 9%. So not gonna beat it in the market.
Hey, that's half of what my first car was. 18%.
What do you think the car's worth?
35,000.
Yeah, probably 23,000.
Is that what it's worth? Do you know, or is
probably? We don't have your exact VIN, but that is what your car would be worth in decent condition, good condition, in good condition, good condition, right?
See, that's like it's not
excellent
quite half,
condition.
but it's close to half of what he paid for it.
it's the RS?
So it's probably worth a little bit more than that.
Okay, 27,000, 28,000. Either way, dramatically underwater.
Well, I did roll in negative equity with that loan because I.
Oh, you did?
So I blew my. I used to have a 2013 Ford SUV, a Ford Edge, and the engine blew up on that, and I still had about $8,000 on a loan.
All right, that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. He had a car that he bought, and he blew the engine on it, and he still owed $8,000 on the vehicle. So that vehicle is trashed unless he had probably between $5,000 and $10,000 to replace the engine. So that made that car already, he basically, for the car that he got rid of, he blew the engine. So they didn't give him much on that. But it's funny how they still took that car and then they rolled in what he owed on that car into this new loan. This is what I mean. Having a car payment, especially he's paying $696 a month plus he has a $500 a month rent. So that's $1,100, almost $1,200 out of his pocket every single month. There's no way he's going to come up with the money for maintenance when they're talking about, well, I didn't see what his income was, but he couldn't afford this car.
Just ended up rolling in about 5,000 to 6,000 in negative equity into that loan
at 9%.
That was
huge minimum monthly payment. Why'd you get such an expensive car?
It was just the easiest way to roll over the.
Was it a new car? You could have.
Yeah, it was brand new.
Yeah. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Caleb Hammer. He's an.
You couldn't do that with a used car.
I don't know. If I would, I don't think so.
And he has good advice.
Don't think I would have been able to.
He's hard on people.
Roll it over onto a used car.
How much was your credit card debt when you decided to do this?
Probably at like 10 to 15,000.
Okay, and how much did you put down?
I put 5,000 down, but it was on my credit card.
Oh my goodness! Oh, wait! Hey, hey! I was happy for him when he said he put $5,000 down, but then he said he got the money off of a credit card. So he's got a 9% interest rate on his car. And then he put $5,000 down on a credit card at probably, let's just be generous and say 19 to 27%. Ugh. Hey, Caleb is about to go off on him. I feel the same way. Hey, hey, I tell you, that's one thing I like about Caleb Hammer. But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people go on his show and they put themselves out there. And I'm gonna be honest, it was so helpful to me. I'm not sitting here trying to laugh at him. It was so helpful to me to see what other people were doing with their finances, because a lot of times we look at our situations and we think it's just us and we're all by ourselves. We think that everybody else around us has it all figured out. And I'm saying that's not true. That's not true. If you're a person who's in a hardship situation, I'm saying there are plenty of people out there just like you. And there are probably plenty of people out there that are in a worse situation than you are. Watching Caleb Hammer is called Financial Audit, is what it's called. I watched that show for a long time. I never subscribed, or maybe I did. I might have subscribed. I'm not a big subscriber. I'm not gonna lie. But I watched that show and it helped me because so many people went on that show and were so vulnerable. I'm saying he has people on his show crying because he goes off on them pretty hard. But I will say this, them putting their finances out for the world to see, it made it so people like me could sit and have something to do while I was trying to get my finances in order. And it was very helpful. I would have liked to have gone on that show, but his whole point is to make examples of people. And I did not want that. I am good at doing what I need to do to keep my stuff in order. So that's what I'm doing. And I just thought that was an interesting clip. So that's why that was here. This is getting better because I'm finally figuring out how to get clips without having to screen share. Let's go and check out another one right quick. Here's another Caleb Hammer one. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Here's another one from Caleb Hammer. I did not watch this one, but I know it was going to be good, so that's why I left it up.
We just got it.
Yeah. How many months?
75.
They paid.
You're not gonna like the interest rate either.
What is it?
That's 18.
Yeah, that's 18.
No, are you
on $48,000 car loan?
No. What are you doing? What are you guys
That's
doing to your
crazy.
future, guys? Well, how could you sign this? How could you see the number 18 and sign it? At 70
people
whatever
don't
months
understand. I did
with
not
that minimum
understand.
monthly payment. You guys are lucky you don't have a mortgage. Oh,
That was kind of our reasoning. Was
that's a bad reason.
We can
That gives
afford
you
it.
that gives you opportunity. That doesn't mean fuck up more.
You're right, but we can't afford it.
months.
No,
It's just
guys, the car's worth $31,550.
aren't they all always upside down like the first year?
Whoa. The cars were $31,000. They paid $48,000, and they have to pay it for 75 months at an 18% interest rate. Wow. And see, that's why I was saying I was being generous by saying I'm going to give people 60 months, because 75 months is a long time to be making a car payment. I would be doing everything I could to get out of that car. If I ever need another car, which I know I will, it's going to be something that I could pay cash for. It's going to be a clunker if it has to be. I do not want to set myself up for another car payment. I know I would like to have something fancy. I would really like to have something up to date with all the fancy buttons in it that my car don't have. But the one thing that I notice is every year they just make the cars supposedly better. And then you just want that. Let's keep this one going.
Yeah, but that's a substantial drop. That's a substantial
$31,000.
Okay.
Goodness.
What is that? $17,000?
Yeah.
Did I math that right?
I will say
you
the
mapped it
Prius was upside down 14. They ended up only needing to roll over.
Did you put nothing down
for the Prius?
We
No.
put 2,500 down for this one.
Nothing down for the Prius. Goodness gracious.
Those salespeople made their commission.
They sure did.
Let me tell you, this car's that's insane.
That's one reason why I like Caleb. And I'm saying, you see how people go on that show and they're like super vulnerable with their finances. They put it all out there for everybody in the world to see. And I'm saying it was very helpful to me. It was very, very helpful to me because it let me know I was not alone. And when I saw mistakes that I had made and seeing other people make them, and even seeing like the plan he lays out for everybody to get out, the two people who were the most helpful to me when I was on my financial journey of getting out of debt was Caleb Hammer and Dave Ramsey. And I said those backwards because Dave Ramsey was the number one. I even used Dave Ramsey's every dollar to keep my finances in order. I need to be doing that, but I have been slacking on it a little bit because I've been trying to pick up on this a little bit, but I'm still trying to keep my finances in order. But Caleb Hammer and Dave Ramsey were my number 1 and 2 go-to. So Dave Ramsey, I still watch Dave Ramsey though. I ain't gonna lie, because I still have a lot to learn about like IRAs and investing and setting myself up for the future. That's one thing I'm gonna be talking about that, but I'm still in the learning phase. So we're gonna learn together, I guess. Here is a young lady who actually had a very good understanding of what was being talked about. And she is the reason why I looked up to see what the average cost of a car payment was and the average cost of what the average income was. So let's check her out right quick. I hit the wrong thing. Let's check this out quick. Hey, we making progress, y'all.
I made that
43 minutes
video
in right
talking
here.
about how we're trying to normalize $600 car payments. I've noticed in the
We ain't
comments
normalizing it here.
that a lot of people truly do not understand the concept of interest. And I said this in a comment video that I stitched, but I truly think it's because y'all were never taught and y'all had nobody to guide you on the purchase journey. Like, y'all only had the person who was selling you the car and then the person you were borrowing the money from. And in my opinion, a lot of those people just don't have your best interests at heart. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them don't. So, when you go to purchase a car, unless you are paying for the car in full, you will have to finance your car. Okay. We're going to leave out the down payments right now. We're just going to talk about strictly interest. Okay. You get the car. You have to finance X amount. We'll say X amount is $30,000. You have to finance that. They run your credit. Your credit directly relates to the interest rate that you're going to get from whoever is lending you the money. Okay? So the average interest rates right now are from anywhere from like 6 to 12%. 6% if you have good credit, 12% if you have bad credit, and then whatever in between. Okay. This interest is applied to the lump sum of the loan. I said $30,000. So we'll say you got 8% interest. You will be paying back 8% interest on this $30,000 loan. Okay? Stay with me. So when they determine your monthly payments, it's not 30,000 divided by whatever the hell you decide to
Thanks
finance
for the
for.
thumbs up, yeah.
It's 30,000 plus that 8% interest that the bank gave you divided by whatever you financed. That's what your monthly payment is. And I done pulled out real numbers for y'all because I really, really, really want y'all to get what I'm saying. Like, I truly want y'all to get it. So, real numbers. $30,000, that's what you're financing. You have 8% interest. We're going to say you finance for 72 months. That's 6 years, but 72 months. 30,000 divided by 72 months, no interest, is around $416. Okay?
No interest.
$30,000 divided by 72 months plus your interest that the bank is charging you is $526 per month. Okay? So $526 minus $416, that's $110. So you are paying $110 to nothing. You're paying that towards interest a month. That's what the bank is charging you for lending you the money to buy the car. So all in all, when you pay that car off at the end of your 6-year loan term, when you pay it off, you will be paying back $37,000, even though you purchased the car for $30,000. Let me say it again. You will be paying back $37,000 and you bought the car for $30,000.
All right. I want to pause this right here because there's something that I want to say about this whole thing. A lot of people, they go in and they're worried about their monthly payment. You should not worry about your monthly payment. You should worry about what the car is going to cost you. The overall cost of the car. Like, people go in and they say, I want my monthly payment to be less than, let's just say $500 a month. Well, when they first come out and they talk to you, they say your monthly payment is going to be $700 a month. Oh, that's too much. What do you want your monthly payment to be? I was hoping my monthly payment could be more around $500 a month. Well, what happens when you do that? They just either take some accessories off of the car, like, well, we'll just knock off the warranty, or we'll just knock this off or knock this off. And then you have less coverage. They'll try and get your payments down that way. And if that don't work, the other thing they'll do is, well, let's just extend your payments out. And they'll go out to the maximum amount of payments. But what happens is that interest rate, a lot of times when they change how long you're going to be, I guess, buying for, financing for, they change your interest rate a lot of times with that as well. They will change, and it doesn't matter if they don't. If you stretch out your payments, they're going to make more money, and you're going to end up paying more for the car. So what a lot of people do is they go in and they'll say, hey, I want my payments to be about this much. And then when they figure out what your payments are, they go to the back. That's why they always leave, go back and talk to somebody, and then come back out to talk to you. They don't really need to do that. They know what their numbers are, but they walk away to make it seem like they're doing work on your behalf. And then they come back and they say, okay, we can make this work, but these are going to be the terms. And then a lot of times what they do is they don't tell you that they wiped out your extended warranty or whatever, your clear coat cover. I don't know. It's a lot of things, and they can manipulate the numbers any kind of way they want. Basically, I've never worked at a dealership. I've just bought a few cars in my time. And what ends up happening is they have a bottom line that they know they can't go over or under, I guess that would be. And they negotiate to the point where they're winning and you feel happy. That's what they do. But when you don't feel happy is when you're 6 years, 7 years down the road and you're still making that same monthly payment, but your car is not nearly the car that you remember it being. After 6 years of making payments, you are already ready for a new car. Most people don't hold on to a car that long. And that's exactly what you set yourself up for. But buyer's remorse does not kick in normally until about 7-8 months after the purchase. And don't let an accident happen. Oh, I bought 2 cars back in 2004. I bought a brand new Mitsubishi Lancer Rally Yard Edition. I got it for 0% interest though. It was great. 0% interest. So it was same as cash. I bought it in Texas. I drove it home to Ohio. I was being stationed in Florida, so I drove from Ohio to Florida, but I did not want to put that many miles on my brand new car. So what did I do? I went out and I bought a truck. Now it was not a brand new truck, it was a used truck. And then I bought a trailer for the truck so that I can haul the car down to Florida. It was great until I realized now I have 2 vehicles and I was making payments on both of them. I also had I bought the trailer. I had to get rid of the trailer too. But I had nowhere to park 2 vehicles, and the maintenance on 2 vehicles was ridiculous. It seemed like, well, if one's down, I can drive the other, but you should never be focusing on having one down. You should be trying to keep your car maintained. Basically, I ended up trying to start a lawn care business, and the truck was too big for the lawn care business. I didn't have enough clients at the time. So I decided I was going to consolidate, take 2 vehicles and go to Chevrolet and trade it in for one smaller vehicle. I did that, but when I did it, that means I was upside down. I rolled the 2 cars into one, and I paid more money for the one than what it was worth so I can get out of the other 2. Now, I had that car for less than 7 months. I'm on the highway driving from Florida to Ohio, and I get into a 4-car pileup, and my vehicle was the only vehicle that came into contact with every vehicle on the road. I was the one who got hit around like a ping pong ball. My vehicle took $17,000 worth of damage, and they did not total it out because it was less than what the car was worth. They fixed the car. It took them 2 months to fix the car. So 2 months of me driving around in a rental vehicle, which thank goodness my insurance covered that. The accident was not my fault. But what ended up happening is I had a brand new vehicle that was only 7 months old, and it ended up being worth less because of the accident. Now, good thing is if you have a new car and you get into an accident, you can file for what is called a diminished value. And that is for the depreciation of your vehicle after you get into an accident. So that helped me out a little bit, but we're not talking about that. Basically, this new car was now not worth anything, and it sure didn't feel like a new car to me anymore. And then when I got it back, they did not fix it properly. And with them not fixing it properly, I had to send it back in the shop again. And after I put it in the shop again, the insurance company was mad because when they did the follow-up repair, that took the car maintenance to over the value of the car, which that means it should have been totaled out. But they did not total out the vehicle. So I had a totaled out vehicle that was brand new that I was driving, and I was so heartbroken by the fact that a car that was only 7 months old had more damage on it than it was worth. I drove that car until I paid it off. I think that was the first vehicle that I ever paid off. I believe so. And I didn't even have it to 100,000 miles. I ended up selling it, or actually, no, I ended up trading that vehicle in. I wish I would not have, but I did because I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. But I digress. But I'm saying that was a problem for me because I made those payments and it felt like I no longer had the car that I had because of an accident. Let's finish this video. Let her finish what she was saying.
That is what I'm talking about.
Whoa.
Now let's go back to the
Why
down
don't
payments.
we see it?
So, boom.
Let's go.
You want this $30,000 car. Cool. You got $10,000 to get it. So we're going to do the math on that. Okay, boom. So you put the $10,000 down, and now you're left with $20,000 to finance. We're going to keep the same interest rate of 8%, and we're going to keep the same loan financing term of 72 months. Your car payment would be $341.
All right.
That's $160 difference, around about $160 difference in money that you're paying back. And that extra $160 is not even going towards your car. It's going to the bank. It's going to the bank.
That's what interest does.
And that's what y'all aren't getting. Like when you lock in with an interest rate and whatever financing amount that you did, like you're going to pay back way more than that. Like at the end of at the end of your loan term, you're going to see all the extra money that you just paid, just interest. And there are ways to cut your interest. You can bi-weekly pay your car payment. That's number one. Like, there are so many ways to beat the interest that people just don't know about because they're not told. But trying to get on here and tell me that zero down on a $20,000 or $30,000, $40,000 car is a good idea will never fit, because you're going to pay way more than
That's
what the
facts.
car is worth. And the
That's
moment you
facts.
drive it off the lot, it dropped $5,000 anyway.
That's
So,
facts.
yeah, I hope
They
this
say it drops about
truly
20,
helps y'all
25% when you drop
understand
the
the
lot.
concept of interest. Like, truly. And interest, this is in any loan situation. We're talking about cars, but same with houses. Anything else you can get a loan on, and there's interest, this relates. So please watch twice if you have to, and make better car decisions.
I agree with her. And the thing that I realize and I understand, whenever you borrow money, this is what the saying is: you can either pay for it now or you can pay more for it later. And that's exactly what happens. If you borrow money, you will pay more for the money that you borrow. So that's why I said 0% is like same as cash. But when you borrow money, they will hit you with the fee, and that fee is interest. And that is money that they are just getting rich off of you by basically, you wanted it before you were capable of owning it. And so someone wants to make money off of providing you a service of letting you have something before your time. And that is what costs a lot of money. And people don't realize, even with a home loan, I'm saying, when I look at my mortgage, I see that the same amount of money that I'm paying, and it goes down over time, the interest goes down and the amount that goes to principal goes up. But every time I look at my statement, the same amount of money is going towards my principal that is going towards my interest. That means, let's just use easy numbers. It's $400. Let's say $400 goes towards principal. Well, $400 is going towards interest. And then one thing that people forget about, the same way with cars, you have your escrow, and your escrow also has money designated to it. But let's talk about for a car. A lot of people think, I know what car I want or how much I'm going to pay for it. But what they don't know, and this is another good thing, to call your insurance company before you purchase that car, because after you purchase the car, well, they're not going to, most dealerships will not let you drive off the lot with the car until you have insurance. And then you're going to hear what your monthly payment is. And that's when you see if it sounds good or not. All those monthly payments that we were looking at early on that were high, super high monthly payments. Well, guess what? We didn't factor in what their insurance was for the cars that they were paying $1,000 to $1,200 a month for. And if their insurance is anything like the average person's insurance, let's just say it's $200. Well, if you're paying $200 a month on top of $1,000 car note, that's $1,200 a month. I hear a lot of my clients complain about how high their car insurance is. I try to encourage all my clients, pay off your car as fast as possible. Save up that payment after you do so to go towards your next car purchase. Once you get out of car debt, do not take that money and start enjoying life. Start putting that money to the side as if you're going to need another car. Let's move on to another video. My time is almost up. Hey, I'm happy that I'm able to get through this time as easy as I am. I know it might not be interesting. We'll get to the interesting after I get to the understanding of what it is that I'm here doing. Let's see what this young lady has to say.
And paying payments for 35 years than buying
35
a house.
years.
I don't understand what is the thrill about that. Like, I don't know if y'all seen that video of that woman that bought a car.
Hold
and
on,
it wasn't
hold
even
on.
nothing fancy.
Hold on. I'm going to go back and play that one again, because I want that one to be seen one more time, because this is the exact person she's talking about, and I have that video. Here we go. Oh, wait. Let's go ahead and open this one up, because this is the video that she's referring to, and then I will come back and play her again afterwards.
Nay got the Toyota Camry 2020 with the red interior. Miss Nay, how much
Look
did you
at
put
that.
down?
Zero down.
How much was your monthly payment?
$5.99.
For how long?
427.
Take a
That's
look.
just crazy, yeah. That's just crazy. Now let's get her back up here.
$100,000 car and 400 and something months of paying $600 is insane. Do you know how many years
That's like
that's 35 years,
$200,000.
boo. You're never gonna be able to get a house.
That's longer than a house
Like,
note.
some of y'all don't know this, but y'all who be having all these car payments, it's gonna be extremely hard for you to get a mortgage. Okay,
Oh, she
because
ain't
that's what they
lying.
check.
So
The fact that you wanna ride around
$599
looking fancy for like 6 years,
times
and then the car gonna be outdated after 6 years,
427
and you're gonna be stuck
equals
in that car payment for 35 years. Do you know how insane?
$255,000.
Do you know how insane that is?
770
Do you know how
255. Let's just
probably
leave it
bad
there.
her credit was? For
$255,000.
them to be like, okay, we're gonna give
That's
you
how
a
much
car,
she paying
but
for that car.
35
That's
years.
ridiculous.
Like the girl was probably in her
35
20s.
years.
Like, geez, how many years until she gonna be able to pay it off?
That's ridiculous.
And it's a car. Cars have no
$277,000 for a car.
value.
That's more than
to
I pay for my house.
Okay, they depreciate the more that you have them. I don't know if y'all know that, but
Let's look at this one
cars
again.
depreciate the more that you have them, unless it is a classic
The average salary
car. Like
in
that's
America,
only if it's a classic car in great
$59,000.
condition. Houses.
That
When you
car,
buy a house,
ugh,
a house can
it's just like 6
depreciate
times
value.
her
But as long
income
as you
possibly.
keep up with the house and you keep it and maintain it, the house can double or triple in the market in 35
This is true.
years. You can
This
buy a
is
house
true.
for $200,000 now, and in 35 years, it'll be $1 million.
That's true.
And you
This
would
is true.
you paid
If you keep it
200,000,
maintained.
and you got, what is that, $800,000 back on a
Yep.
$200,000 house. Y'all gotta wake up. That's why these old people are scared to tell y'all how much they paid on their house, because they paid crumbs on the dollar. And
All
they
my neighbors,
flipped
all
and
my neighbors,
quadruple flipped.
they're
and
all in
oxidized
retirement age right now, but
flipped
all their
house
houses
and
are
got
paid
that
off.
money out of that
And the
house.
way they live, it
Houses are
shows.
worth more than a car. Forget a car. As long as you got a car, buy it with cash. Buy
Yep.
a hoopty.
Yep.
Get
She
a
right.
house. Buy a house. Buy a house. You sitting there paying somebody else's rent in an apartment. Buy
like
a
her.
house.
I like
You
them
can get a
frames she
lot of
got
money
too.
out of a house. You can't get no money out of no car. And then you wasting your time and energy on a car. And then when the car mess up, you got to pay to get it fixed. Plus pay the monthly payments. No.
Yeah. So she told the truth right there. And I will say this. That young lady who bought that car and is going to pay $277,000 for it, that's ridiculous. I don't see how any like that should be illegal to run somebody that many months for a car payment. I hope that was a joke, but it did not seem like a joke at all. And I don't see how, like, a car, your average car don't even last that long. I've never seen a car, well, maybe, I'm not gonna say never. I've seen some cars that were 35 years old. Not nobody still making payments on them, though, I hope. Well, actually, it was one guy on here who said he had a 1977 Cutlass Supreme that he was paying, I want to say $800 a month for. That's crazy. Let's see what else we got. Hey, I done ran over the time already, and this is what I be trying to do, hit an hour on here every day, and I feel like I done that. So we got a couple more people we gonna check out. Let's go with this one right here. I think this will be the last one we do. And we already seen this young lady once, but she had some more information she wanted to share. So here we go. I'm gonna let her get to it. And then we'll close it out after this one.
So all day, people have just been coming for me in these comments. And it's just funny because one of y'all's favorite things to comment is that the average car payment in 2024 is somewhere between like $500 to $700. So I Googled it just like y'all did. The average car payment in 2024 is $735. And the average loan amount on a new car is $40,634. So let's talk about the national average for
Let's see,
salary.
I got that.
Because I Googled that too. it's $59,228. So financing a $40,000 car is literally
Yep.
68% of
I
your
Googled
salary.
the same thing.
But y'all can afford it though. You can't. That's what
There's
I'm
the
getting
salary.
at. You can't. And I'm not saying it's because you broke. I'm not saying it's
Hey, the average person does not understand the difference between being able to buy something and being able to afford something. And there's a big difference. Being able to purchase something just means that you are simply able to walk in the store or into the dealership and then walk away with it after the negotiation or the purchase. But after that, you still have to be able to maintain. And maintaining something is where being able to afford it comes in. If you can buy something, but you can't maintain it, let's just say, and see, this is what happens a lot. People buy cars, and then after they buy a car, they realize, oh, I didn't factor in the insurance. Then I didn't factor in the gas for the car. And all those things right there are all, yes, it has been. We made it to the end. I appreciate it. I'm going to finish this one up and I'm going to get off of here in a minute. But basically, the difference between being able to purchase something and being able to afford it, you can buy the car, but then can you afford the insurance, the maintenance, the gas? Can you drive it like you want to? Or will you be house poor? You know, like one of those people who have to stay at home and just look out the window to see your miraculous car, even though you can't drive it anywhere. So you spend most of your time just sitting out in the driveway in your favorite car, running down the battery just to listen to music in it. The difference between being able to buy something and being able to afford something. When you can afford it, the maintenance don't bother you, which I'm going to be honest, I don't have a car payment and the maintenance still bothers me on my car. I look for warranties on tires so that I don't have to go and pay full price for new tires. I take my vehicle to the dealership, but the reason why I do that is because I feel like they are the ones who maintain, they built the car, they know how to maintain the car, and if anything goes wrong, they are the warranty manufacturers of the car, so they would be able to be held liable. They're the professionals behind it. Anyway, I said I was going to finish this video and then we get off of here.
it's because of any other reason, then you need to save more money to put down if that's what you want to do. Why would you finance a car that is over half of the money you make in a whole year?
That's facts.
Like I feel like that's what's not clicking with some of y'all. And even watching this video, y'all are still gonna comment and still not get it. But it just blows me because, no shade again, but you can't tell me that every single person in my comments makes over the national average. You can't. So it's just like, some of y'all are mad and there was never any ill intention on it. But since some of y'all want to be rude and come for me, like, I'm going to pull out the numbers. Go Google it like I did. I'm not lying about the numbers.
Yeah, she's right. She got the
All
numbers right.
Google showed me is that the average American is signing up for a loan that they can't afford.
That's right.
Why that is, I don't know. But that's what I took from it. So the hate projected somewhere else.
I'm with her. All right, so let me know, what did y'all think about that? Did y'all think that I feel like she made some good points. I was surprised and shocked to see what some people were so proud to say was their car payment. Those numbers were very, very high to me. I feel like I don't ever want another car payment, but I feel like anything over for me, I feel like a car payment, anything over $500, I feel like it should almost be like a mortgage. But I guess even in today's time, mortgages have gone up so much in the past few years. Like with inflation, everything has gone up. It is amazing to me how much the value of cars has gone up in such a short amount of time. It seemed like not so many years ago, cars were in the 20s and 30s, which that made for an easy $400 to $500 car payment. And now it seems like you can't get a new car. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. There are some new cars, but the ones that most people seem to want, especially like trucks and things like that, they seem like they're all $65,000 to $100,000. I don't know, but this makes me not want to go look for a new car ever. Not anytime soon, just ever. I will be looking for used cars on Facebook Marketplace. That's where, before I bought this vehicle that I have now, as soon as I retired from the military, I came home, and the first thing I did, because that truck that I traded in, I bought a 2012 Tahoe, and it was an attractive looking vehicle, but I didn't care for it. I traded it in. I made some money off of the trade. Like when I say I traded it in, I sold it back to the dealership. They thought because I had only bought it a year ago that I was going to be upside down and require some of the money back. But when I went in and I asked them, how much will you give me for the vehicle? They were like, we'll give you 35. Now I want to make it clear. I paid over 40. It was like 43 for the vehicle, but they said they would give me 35,000 for the vehicle if I let them buy it back from me. But the good thing about it was I only owed 32 on it. I had knocked it down pretty good in that 1 year. And then I had bought an extended warranty with it. And since I didn't use but 12 months of that extended warranty, they had to give me the money back for that as well. So I ended up coming out with about $5,000. I want to say like $5,000 in cash when I sold the vehicle back to the dealership. But I was also on the right side of the loan because I also traded in a vehicle that was paid off. So all that played into the benefit for me. And then when I got home to where I live now, I took the money that I made off of the sale of that vehicle and I just purchased a car for $3,500. I believe that's what I paid for it. $3,500. I drove that car for, I want to say 2 years, and then I sold it to my niece for $700. So it was like perfect. It kept me from having to have a car payment, but that didn't last long. I had a young family at the time, so I needed a vehicle that I could move my young family around in. And I ended up buying a car for a little bit more. And like I said, I paid it off. And now I'm planning and pledging to myself, I will not go into another car payment again. Unless, no car payment. It'll just be something I pay cash for it. And if it's a new car, I'm going to have to make a lot of cash. That's what we're here for, y'all. We going to get to it. We going to get to it. Hey, I ain't got nothing else that I want to share. I feel like this was probably the most organized live stream that I've done. And that's what this is all about. It's not so much me trying to bring this information about cars. I'm trying to learn how to use this streaming app, which this is StreamYard. I paid for an annual subscription, and I plan on getting the most out of it. I'm going to practice every single day. This is me practicing, and I am striving for 1 hour every time I get on here. 1 hour every time I get on. And if I can go longer, I'm going to go longer. The way to master anything is 10,000 hours. And in order to do that, you got to do a little at a time, whatever time you can make. And this is me putting in that time because what I want to do is I want to improve. I want to feel more comfortable on here. I want to be able to talk clearer. I want to be able to present my information properly. And I want to play around with this system so that I get a good understanding of what I'm doing. And I'm trying to make the most out of the equipment that I have and not go out here and buy a ton of other things to try and make it seem like it's going to make me better. The only thing that's going to make me better is practice. Practice makes better. It don't make perfect. It makes better. And perfect is in the eye of the beholder. Hey, I think I ran long enough on this video. I'm at 1 hour and 15 minutes, which makes me very happy. This system keeps track of how many hours you do. And so when I get done, I will have a clue. Hey, I just want to say thank you to you for tuning in and seeing what I got to do. Hey, much respect, much love. We're going to end this one right here. And thank you for all the comments, and hit the like button. Subscribe. Tell a friend. I don't normally say that, but hey, we're about to start. Hey, much respect, much love, and we out.